Welcome to the season of self-love, your daily dose of inspiration and encouragement. I'm your host, Nyomi Banks, and I am thrilled to be here with you today. This podcast is brought to you by Ask Nyomi and Elevate Me Self-Discovery. Are you ready to elevate your mindset and embrace the power of self-love? Well, have you come to the right place? Each day we'll dive into topics that will empower and inspire you on your journey towards self-discovery and personal growth. Whether you're looking to cultivate healthy relationships, boost your confidence, or find balance in your life, this podcast is here to support your every step on the way. We believe that self-love is the foundation of living a fulfilled and joyful life. And together we explore practical tips, insightful interviews, and transformative stories that will leave you feeling inspired and motivated. So join me Monday through Friday as we embark on this daily adventure of self-love. Tune in to the Season of Self-Love podcast to start your day on a positive note and discover the limitless potential within yourself. Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Today is Wednesday, November 22nd, 2023, and I am your host, Nyomi Banks, and welcome back to the Season of Self-Love podcast. It has truly been a heartfelt journey as we are woven through the threads of self-love, discovering how it shaped our lives. But today, we're turning our gaze toward the horizon of tomorrow with our episode, Hope, Embracing the Power of Possibilities. Hope that is a gentle whisper in the heart that sings of brighter days, and even amidst the silence of the night. So let's kindle that flame of hope together and see where its lights lead us. So as usual, you know that I'm going to break this show off in different segments, and I have 5. But first, we're going to define what hope is and what it means in our healing process and about self-love. And then we're going to talk about the benefits of hope. Then we're going to go to cultivating hope in a daily life. And also, we're going to nurture on hope through difficult times. And then we're going to end it with inspiring hope in others. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a quick break, and then we're going to come back. And then we're going to start this conversation about hope and how we can embrace the possibilities of it with dealing with hope. All right? It's your girl, the goddess, Nyomi Banks, here on the Season of Self-Love. And we'll be right back. Hey, it's your girl, the goddess, Nyomi Banks, and make sure you tune in every Thursday night to Ask Nyomi Bridging the Gap podcast, where we talk about everything from love, sex, relationship, cultural differences, and so much more. We're bridging the gap between them all, and we even talk about spiritual uplifting. You need to stop by me and Mike, as well as the BTG crew. We have some amazing guests that come through. You never know. Just make sure you tune in Thursday night, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Go to axnyomi.com and tell them Nyomi sent you. Have you ever felt like you're standing at the door to success, key in the hand, but something's holding you back? Well, you're not alone. My new ebook, Unlocking Your Door to Success, is your guide to healing and overcoming those internal struggles. If you want to learn more and step into your success, go to stand.store/elevate-me-self-discovery. Get your free ebook for a limited time. All right, it's your girl, the goddess, Nyomi Banks, here on the Season of Self-Love podcast. And today's topic, we're talking about hope, embracing the power of possibilities. And we're going to start off with this first segment where it's about defining hope. It's about defining hope. Hope is a canvas painting with the colors of our dreams, admirations, and the belief in their fruition. It's not just a passive wish, but a dynamic force that propels us forward. And Today, I'll share with you the essence of hope and how it differs from optimism. Optimism says things will be better. Hope takes your hand and walks you with you and make it better. And I'll sprinkle in some inspiring quotes that have been a key in my journey of my own path of hope. Let's begin with what the essence of hope means. Hope is an emotional and cognitive state that reflects the positive expectation or belief in the possibility of a desired outcome. It involves a sense of possibility, anticipation, and confidence that things will improve or turn out well. And hope often arises in situations where there is uncertainty or adversity. So now the essence of optimism. Optimism is one, on the other hand, is a general disposition or tendency to expect favorable outcomes or to view situations in a positive light. It is a cognitive bias that leads individuals to interpret events and perspectives in a positive manner, even without specific evidence of context. So what I want to do is I want to break it down what the key difference is. And just take a listen. Focus. Hope tends to be more specific, focusing on particular outcome or goal. It is often associated with the sense of agency and action towards achieving that desired outcome. And then optimism, on the other hand, is a more general outlook that extends across various aspects of life. So I remember, well, actually, let's say this, lately, for the past few years, I've been hearing a lot of motivational speakers, entrepreneurs, coaches, and all of them that's been saying, take hope out of your vocabulary. And why a lot of them was saying take hope out of your vocabulary is because that people tend to, and this is what they say people tend to, if they, with the hope that there is no intentional action behind the word. And instead of using hope, to replace it with the words of I will, I have, and I do, meaning that you are doing these things now. That is more of a verb or action that's doing now. So instead of saying hope, they want you to say I will, or I have, or I do. And for me, I do that sometimes when I'm speaking of something positive that I want to happen, or something that I truly am doing in that time. I say, well, I hope it gets better, instead of saying it's going to get better or it is better. So I do understand the concept, but I love that when using the word hope, is now that we're breaking it down to know what it truly means. So now when we are hoping for something, that there is an intentional action behind that word. Does that make sense? All right, so we're going to keep going. So we're going to talk about the key difference in the context of hope and optimism. Hope often emerges in challenging or uncertain situations where there may be obstacles or adversity to the outcome. It provides motivation and resilience to persevere through difficulties. All right, now let's go to the optimism. In contrast, is a more stable trait that impacts overall perception and expectations regardless of specific circumstances. So, you know how I say sometimes that we have to look at a situation that happened and look at it from a different perspective. Okay. I do that a lot, as I think it's very healthy for people to do that, to not to always look at a situation as a bad situation, but look at what a different perspective that can give you that's of a positive. All right, the next one is the emotional component of these two words. Hope is typically accompanied by emotions such as excitement, anticipation, and determination. And it carries a sense of emotional investment in the desired outcome. Now, with optimism, while positive, may not necessarily involve intense emotional states. Next, we're going to speak on realism. Now, both hope and optimism, they involve positive expectations, right? But hope can be a more grounded in reality. So hope, it kind of recognizes potential obstacles or setbacks, but maintains the belief that positive change or improvement is still possible. Well, with optimism, on the other hand, it may sometimes involve overlooking or minimizing the potential of the challenge. Okay, so what I want you all to understand is that hope is a specific belief in the possibility of a desired outcome that's often arising in difficult circumstances, whereas optimism is a general tendency to adopt a positive outlook in life. But know that both hope and optimism contribute to well-being and resilience. But hope is more goal-orientated and emotional charge, while optimism reflects a general attitude and perception of life. So now that we know the difference of them all, I want to share a few quotes that kind of help me, through understanding what hope and what optimism mean for me. All right, All right, and so here's one. It's just the quote from Barack Obama, and his quote says, "Optimism is the faith that leads the success. Nothing can be done without hope and confidence." Okay, I'm going to read that again. Optimism is the faith that leads to success, and nothing can be done without hope and confidence. All right, so what I want to do is I want to summarize what I heard in this quote, or what he says. And he summarized the ideas of optimism is not just a positive mindset, but it's a powerful belief that paves the way for success. And it emphasizes that hope and confidence are very essential components in accomplishing anything meaningful in life. In other words, without hope and confidence, it becomes a challenge to achieve our goals and aspirations. So by having an optimistic outlook, we can nurture the faith that's needed to preserve and find success in our endeavors. So for me, just knowing that, just in that statement, that both optimism and hope are a combination for success. That's when I read that. That's what it means for me. All right, and here's another one. It's hope. This is by Samuel Smiles. And it says, "Hope is the companion of power and a mother of success. For whoso hopes strongly has within him the gift of miracles." And I'm going to read that one more time. Hope is the companion of power and mother of success. For whoso hopes strongly has within him the gift of miracles. Now, when Samuel Smiles, when he highlights the profound influence of hope in our lives, it suggests for me that hope is not only a companion to power, but also the catalyst of success. For me, this quote implies that when one possesses a strong sense of hope, that they unlock the ability to perform miracles. In other words, it's like having hope empowers individuals to overcome obstacles, to achieve greatness, to accomplish extraordinary feats. It emphasizes that hope is transformative force that fuels determination, resilience, and the belief in the possibility of achieving remarkable outcomes. So if you see this two powerful people that are speaking of the word of hope and optimism, and one of them even became the first black president of the United States. So knowing not only the difference of the two words, but also how when you have them both together, that it can truly be a great healing process for yourself, but also in your ability to have self-love. All right, so my next segment that we're going to talk about is the benefits of hope and how it benefits in your journey of self-love. So now hope is the root to delve deep into our well-being in nurturing our minds and our souls. And in this segment, we'll explore the science behind hope and healing power and the tangible benefits it brings. And I'll share some touching stories of individuals who, even when the night seemed endless, found the dawn within the hearts of their hopes. And so I want to say, hope is a profound impact of our well-being as mentioned before, in the healing of the process. But scientific research has shown that several ways in which hope can bring tangible benefits to us. Number one is psychological resilience. Now, hope provides psychological resilience by helping individuals cope with adversity and bounce back from setbacks. And it enables them to maintain a positive outlook and persevere through challenges. It also can be a stress reduction. Hope reduces stress levels by promoting optimism and positive emotions. This in turn has psychological benefits such as lowering blood pressure, improved immune function, and reduced risk of chronic disease associated with stress. It can increase motivation. Hope serves as a motivation to take action towards desired goals. It energizes individuals, enhances their determination, and it leads to increased effort in pursuing their aspiration. It can enhance problem solving. Hope fosters creative thinking and problem solving abilities. When people are hopeful, they are more likely to generate multiple solutions, approach challenges with flexibility, and adapt their strategies when faced with obstacles. So instead of going in there all stressed out, you can have that hope to know that there is a possibility that that outcome can be different than what it was before. Improving physical health. There's research out there that suggests that hope is linked to better physical health outcomes. People with higher levels of hope tend to engage in healthier behaviors, such as exercise, proper nutrition, and seeking medical help when needed. Better mental health. Hope associated with lower levels of depression, anxiety, and other mental health disorder. Maintaining hopelessness can contribute to emotional well-being, optimism, and a sense of purpose in life. And I'm going to say and speak this is that once I understood what my purpose is in life, I know that I can do anything. I know that anything that I set my heart and my desire to, that it will come to pass. It will come. It's there. It's live. It's in effect. I just have to do the work to get there. I just have to do the work to get there. So in that process, now that I'm seeing the word hope in a different manner, I can now positively use hope in sentences that I say, because now I understand what those intentions are. I know you're like, well, Nyomi, you didn't know what the intentions were before? No. And I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be truly honest. When you're going through a healing process and you are changing your mindset to be of a positive mindset, and you are hearing different people tell you the very word of hope that meant of a positive and tell you to no longer use that word, it does confuses you, because then you don't know what that word hope true intentions are. So by me researching and finding a way to be able to share this with you all today, it's like, okay, we have to put more power back into that word hope. Because remember, words are magical. So now we have to give an understanding to what that word hope means. What is the difference between hope and optimism? So now we, as human beings going through this life and trying to have that beautiful, intimate relationship with ourselves so we can be able to treat others the way we truly want to be treated, we have to know what these words truly mean and what's the difference between these words that we are using. So this is how I came with this. When I tell you I'm breaking everything down, I am breaking everything down. Because I want to know, and I want y'all to know. I want y'all to know. All right, so what I want to do right now, I want to take a quick break. And then we're going to come back. And then when we come back, we're going to talk about cultivating hope in your daily life. And I actually have an exercise that I'm going to do in the next segment as well, too. So, all right, it's your girl D Goddess Nyomi Banks here on the Season of Self-Love. And we'll be right back.
Hey, this is Dog Pound Mike from Ask Naomi Bridging the Gap podcast. Come check us out every week. And remember, I'm no relationship expert. I just tell it like I hear it from the kennel. Get back at it.
I often find myself feeling stuck in my life and like I'm not reaching my full potential. But with Elevate Me, self-discovery, I've been able to tap into my inner self and discover what I truly want out of life. Elevate Me, self-discovery is an incredible program that combines video learning, self-help, and amazing audio to guide you through a journey of self-discovery, from feeling freedom and guided meditation to self-love and empowerment. This program is perfect for anyone looking to unlock their full potential. Don't let life pass you by.
All right, well, welcome back to the Season of Self-Love podcast, and I'm your host, Nyomi Banks. And our topic for today that we'll be talking about is hope, embracing the power of possibility. And then before the break, we talked about defining hope and the benefits of hope. But now we're going to talk about cultivating hope in your daily life. How can we put and practice hope in our daily life? Well, cultivating hope is like tending to a garden, and it requires daily attention and care. So I will offer you practical strategies to plant seeds of hope in your everyday life. We'll talk about the importance of setting goals and make that are reachable, as well as I will guide you through a mindfulness and visualization exercise that can water these seeds and helping them to sprout and grow. So in the beginning of this segment here, I'm going to, give you some tools, some tips, some strategies on how to put hope into your life daily. But also towards the end of this segment, we're going to have a little mindful meditation session for about 2 minutes. So I hope that you will share that space with me, that maybe you can take this 2 minutes of this segment and possibly put it into your daily life so you can put that hope, so you can see exactly what I mean. All right, so planting seeds of hope and setting reachable goals are essential to cultivating a positive mindset and fostering personal growth. And I have some practical strategies to help you to do just that. Sometimes, first of all, I want to say sometimes we have these big, gigantic goals. And if you've been listening throughout the past week, is one thing is that I truly put out there and say, make small goals first. Let's take it step by step before we get to that big goal. You know what I'm saying? So even if you say, I want to be a millionaire. Okay, we got the millionaire up there. That's the top of that step. That's the top of that. That's the stair landing right there. But now there are steps to get to that landing there. So these steps that I'm talking about, that I'm speaking about reachable, is if we make each step an individual goal. You understand what I'm saying? And then from there, each one of those goals or those steps will help you to get closer to that ultimate goal on that first landing. Okay? On that first landing. All right, so listen. Number one, let's cultivate a positive mindset. Let's start by shifting our focus towards the positive aspect of your life. Practice gratitude by regularly acknowledging and appreciating the things that you have, and surround yourself with positive influences, whether that be a supportive friends or family member or inspiring books or motivational podcasts. Like the Season of Self-Love podcast. Yes, that was a shameless post, but y'all understand what I'm saying. But also set realistic goals. When setting goals, it's crucial to aim to targets that are within your reach. Like I said, break them down. Break them down to where they can build the momentum. Remember that landing. Remember, we're taking those first steps to that first landing. So whatever your goal is, make it, do this. I don't know where you are. I don't know if you're at your office or if you're in bed. If you can grab a piece of paper or whatever, and if you're driving and you're listening, please put this on favor so you can come back. Because what I want you to do right now is I want you to all to take a piece of paper right now. And I want you to draw. First, what I want you to do is put what your goal is. Put what your goal is. All right. Now, what I want you to do is up under that goal, I want you to create steps. Go side down, horizontal down, make steps. Okay. And then from there, your first goal to getting to that. So even if you have to research on how to get to that goal, whatever your goal is, then do it. And then see what you right now in your life today can do to get closer to that goal. Does that make sense? Okay. Then in the process that every goal that you've made, how little, if you're on that first step and you made that first goal, celebrate it. Celebrate it. Acknowledge and celebrate your achievements, no matter how small they are. No matter how hard they are. And I want you to surround yourself with support. Seek out a network of supportive people. They're all over the internet. Seek them out. Practice self-care. Take care of yourself. Please do. Mentally, spiritually, emotionally. Visualize the success. And if you don't know how to do that, I'm going to help you along. I'm going to take a moment of my time today and I'm going to help you along. And also remember to learn from those setbacks. Because when I look at it, it's always a reason, it's always a lesson to be learned in those falls or those failures or whatever you want to call those, or those setbacks. So I learned from those. All right, so this is what I want you to do. Right now, I'm going to do a 2-minute guided mindful and visualization exercise, And so wherever you are right now, except if you're in a car, if you want to pull over to the side, that is fine with me, but just make sure you're safe. I want you to just close your eyes and I want you to get comfortable, okay? I want you to begin to get comfortable. All right. Begin to finding a comfortable seated position or lying down flat on the surface. I want you to close your eyes. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Imagine you are inhaling positive energy in a hole. Yes, like that. Now hold the breath for a moment and then exhale slowly, releasing any tension or negativity. Now I want you to repeat this deep breath in and slow exhale 2 more times, allowing yourself to fully relax. Yes, breathe in. Exhale out like that. All right, now I want you to bring your attention to your mind and imagine it as a garden. Visualize yourself planting seeds of hope and positivity in this garden. Now see yourself gently placing each seed into the fertile soil, knowing that these seeds have the power to grow and flourish. Now as you focus on these seeds, I want you to notice how they are surrounded by warm sunlight, providing them with nourishment and energy. Now I want you to visualize the sun rays penetrating the soil, bringing life and vitality to these seeds. Feel the warmth and the brightness of the sun of your garden, filling it with a sense of possibility and growth. Now, Now, imagine watering these seeds with the watering that can be filled with pure, crystal clear water. Now, as you pour the water onto the soil, visualize it gently seeping into the ground, nurturing the seeds and promoting their growth. Feel the rejuvenated properties of the water as it hydrates the soil and encourages the seeds to sprout. Now, as you continue to water the seeds, I want you to affirm positive thoughts in your mind. Say to yourself, I am capable of achieving my goals. I am strong in resilience. My dreams have the potential to blossom into reality. And I want you to repeat these affirmations, allowing the words to sink in and strengthen your beliefs in yourself. I want you to take a moment now to reflect on the progress and the growth that had already occurred within you. I want you to appreciate the steps you have taken in the journey you are on, and then embrace the unlimited potential that lies within you and the seeds that you've planted. Now, when you are ready, slowly bring yourself to awareness, back to the present moment. Okay, I want you to wiggle your fingers and your toes. I want you to gently stretch your body. Now, I want you to open up your eyes. But I want you to remember that the power to cultivate hope and nurture your dreams. Take this positive energy with you throughout your day and continue to water these seeds and growth of possibilities. Now, how do you feel right now? Did that feel good? Did that feel good? Okay. All right. Tell me, did y'all feel a little lightheaded with that one? I did. I truly did. I felt a little lightheaded with that one. I did. All right, so this is what I want to talk about now, the nurturing of hope during difficult times. And we know sometimes that happens. We know when a storm of life rage, I hope that we can anchor it. So in this segment, we will discuss how hope serves as a heartbeat of resilience, keeping us alive and pushing us through adversity. And I will share some tips of finding that spark in hope when all seems dim, and stories of those who have navigated through the darkest hours of holding on to hope's unwavering light. So what I want to do is I want to take a moment. I want to take a quick break because, like I said, just doing this right now is just energy just passed through me. Very powerful energy just passed through me while giving you all that visualization. So we're going to take another quick break, and then we're going to come back, and then we're going to speak on this segment of nurturing hope during difficult times. And then we're going to end it with inspiring hope into others, all right? All right, it's your girl, the goddess Nyomi Banks, here on the Season of Self-Love, and we'll be right back.
I often find myself feeling stuck in my life and like I'm not reaching my full potential. But with Elevate Me, self-discovery, I've been able to tap into my inner self and discover what I truly want out of life. Elevate Me, self-discovery is an incredible program that combines video learning, self-help, and amazing audio to guide you through a journey of self-discovery. From feeling freedom and guided meditation to self-love and empowerment, this program is perfect for anyone looking to unlock their full potential. Don't let life pass you by.
Hey there, my sexy people. Are you ready for an exciting new series on Ask Naomi Bridging the Gap podcast? Well, introducing Ask Naomi Mondays, Ask Naomi Letters, where I read heartfelt letters filled with love, sex, and relationship advice every Monday. If you're facing a relationship dilemma, longing for guidance, and simply curious about others' experience, this is for you. Just shoot us an email at asknaomi@gmail.com to be a part of the conversation. Join us as we bridge the gap between curiosity and clarity, uncertainty and confidence. But get ready to explore the beautiful complexities of love and relationships. So listen to Ask Naomi Mondays, Ask Naomi Letters, and let's dive into these thought-provoking letters together. Don't miss a single episode. Welcome back. It's your girl, the goddess Nyomi Banks here on the Season of Self-Love podcast. And I just truly had to take a break. I truly apologize, but there was some energy, as I said before, that came through that whole meditation, visualization thing. When I tell you that the energy just came through, ooh, it did. So I had to go and change my energy space. I had to do a few things to bring me back to ground, to one here. All right, so before the break, we did a meditation, but also we started to go into the next segment of where we're talking about nurturing hope during difficult times. And I mentioned that that I will give you some strategies or some tips that will help you along the way, but also will give you maybe some very influential people that it came through adversity with their hope coming through successful. All right, first I want to speak about when that light is dimmed, when it just feels like there is nothing that's going to happen, that you're not going to get through that. How do we get through that? How do we use hope to get through it, to get to the opposite side, to the other side? And it's like when it seems that everything is dim and you're navigating through the darkest hours, you have to find a spark or hope. And that can be challenging, but it is very possible. So here are a few things that you can, use through difficult times. And I want, first thing that I want you to realize is that first acknowledge your feelings. Acknowledge your feelings. Understand that it's important to recognize and validate what your emotions are, and allow yourself to feel whatever it is that you are experiencing without judgment or criticism. This acknowledgement can be a starting point of you finding hope within. We can be our biggest critic, and that's where we have to work on and stop that. That's where we have to show compassion and empathy for ourselves. The same as we would give that compassion and empathy for others, this is where we need to do it for ourselves. This is where we need to do it for ourselves. And I would never get tired saying this, is practicing self-care. You have to take time to take care of yourself, physically, emotionally, and mentally. Engage in activities that bring you joy and provide a sense of peace and relaxation. This might include exercise, meditation, spending time in nature, or engaging in hobbies that you enjoy. So for me, especially after I just had that change of energy with you all, after I do this show, I am going to the park and I am taking me a walk, because that is one place that I am able to get grounded and just, truly look and experience life through nature's eyes. That's what I'm going to do. That's going to be a part of one of my challenges today, because I don't know what that energy was, but it just came through me on here, and I need to find another way to ground it. Yes, I've grounded it now so I can do this, but it's giving me a message that it's time for you to get up, get outside, get in that nature, walk around, and feel that energy from there. All right, seek support. Again, I can never speak this too much. Make sure that you're seeking support. Reach out to trusted friends, family members, or professionals who can provide a listening ear and support. And sometimes sharing your struggles with someone else can provide a fresh perspective and help you to see new possibilities. Also, I want you to focus on gratitude. We talked about gratitude day before yesterday. And even in your darkest of times, there are often small things to be grateful for. Take a few minutes each day to reflect on what it is that you are grateful for, whether it's a loving relationship or a beautiful sunset or even a good cup of tea or anything else that's bringing you a sense of positivity in your life. But also, again, remember to set those small achievable goals. Remember the stairs. Remember the stairs to your first level, that first platform. Remember those stairs, and remember to celebrate each and every one of those steps. And find inspiration. Seek stories and quotes and books and inspiring to uplift you. Again, surround yourself with positive influences that remind you of the resilience of human spirit and the potential to growth and change. And practice the mindfulness and acceptance. Ground yourself in the present moment and accept things as they are, while also holding space for the possibility of change and improvement. Mindfulness can help to cultivate a sense of calm and clarity during difficult times. And remember, finding hope in this journey. But it may take time, but it's okay. But be patient with yourself and celebrate even the smallest of victories along the way. So what I want to do at this time, I just want to share, excuse me, I just want to share two individual things. One is a person and one is an organization that I want to share with you that probably never thought that they will be out of the trenches, out of the darkness that they were in. But one of the first ones is Nelson Mandela. And you guys remember him. He was a prominent figure that fought against apartheid in South Africa. But I also remember that Nelson Mandela, he spent 27 years in prison. And he was able to epitomize the transformational power of hope. I mean, like I said, he was in prison for 27 years. But Mandela maintained hope for a future of equality and justice. And his unwavering belief of having a better South Africa enabled him to lead the country's transition from apartheid to democracy as his first black president. So sitting in a jail cell for 27 years, if that's not your darkest moment, I don't know what is, but he still had strong to his hope to then get out of jail. But not only that, but he fought that fight within prison walls. And that was able to bring him out to still have hope. But not only that, but now he had become the first black president. All right, so let's talk about another one. The LGBTQ in their rights movement. So, the LGBTQ plus community has experienced transformative change through the power of hope. And over the years, individuals and communities have fought for equal rights, acceptance, and inclusivity. Their hope for the future, free from discrimination, has led to significant progress, including the legalization of same-sex marriage in several countries and increased visibility and representation in various areas of society. And, at a moment in time, actually in a lot of countries, same-sex marriages, that is illegal. It's against the law. In some places, you can get stoned from it. So them to be able to do that here in America and to be supported by most, it has been a really great movement, especially in the trans world, that now that they are acknowledged for their transition, that they are where they can, get IDs and stuff of who they are now, whether of who they were born before. So those are just two examples of using hope when, two individual situations that use hope and was able to get through to their goals. You understand what I'm saying? To get to their goals. All right, so our next segment and our final one is inspiring hope in others. Hope is a beautiful thing as we are spreading our wings and soaring from one heart to another. And we explore the profound impact of inspiring hope in others and how, by doing so, we create waves of positivity that can travel far beyond our immediate reach. So right now, I will highlight a few works of organizations and individuals who beacons of hope for our world and illuminating paths for others to follow. And it's one that I want to speak on that actually I just saw some news the other day, and I thought this was very, very, I thought this was a beautiful thing, especially where community, that they come from, and all of the things that this person and their wife, have been through through life, been through some ups and downs, had some bad press as recently as a few years ago, but still took the time to still be able to spread joy and happiness and opportunities for others. And right now I'm speaking on Atlanta rapper T.I., as well as his wife Tiny. It was said, and I'm going to read this from the blacknews.com, is that they just had a ribbon cutting ceremony the other day in an inaugural for affording housing development. So this man and his wife have created a housing development. This newly unveiled project encompasses 143 apartments with an additional 25 units dedicated to accommodating homeless youth. Tell me that's not amazing. Tell me that is not amazing. When you think about this, is a rapper that has been in jail. He's been in prison. He's been in jail. You understand what I'm saying? And him and his wife was just fighting a really big sexual assault case not too long ago. But why I speak on this is because even through their adversity and things that they're going through, that they still found time to spread some kind of joy and love. That they found a way to make an opportunity to not only build others, but come back into the very neighborhood that T.I. was raised in to bring a uplifting, to bring affordable housing for others that are unfortunately are unable to. And for me, I'm looking at the latter because that is something, that's one of my goals. That's one of my goals, to build affordable communities for the less unfortunate, is to house homeless. That's part of my goal. And so I know that I cannot immediately get there right now, but I know me walking these steps, me right here on the season of self-love, this is one of the steps to getting to that goal, to getting to that landing. See, my goals are a part of a skyscraper, a part of a skyscraper. And that's not my ultimate goal, but it's one of my goals. It's one of my landings. Yes, it's one of my landings. All right, and then we're going to talk about an organization. One of the ones that's dear to me and that I've been a part of, what I donate yearly, is the Doctors Without Borders. And they provide medical aid for those in need, in crisis, in stricken areas. And how I got into that, I remember shopping at Whole Foods back when I lived in California, probably over 10 years ago. And there was, someone standing outside with the booth. And I was like, okay, let me sign up for this. I don't know what comes to it. The person who I was with, they was like, oh, they're just doing that. That's, a scam. And I said, well, if I'm able to provide something monthly to help through this, situation, at least it will help a little bit. You understand what I'm saying? And so for me, that was one of the organizations that I did myself, and that's the Doctors Without Borders. As well, and I'm going to name a few more. There's Teach for All. That's a network of organizations that recruits and train teachers to address educational equality. That's a beautiful thing. As well as Red Cross. It provides humanitarian aid, disaster relief, and assistance to vulnerable communities. That's another one. And so what I want to do is I want to close this out right now, and I just want to thank you all for just sharing this space with me. I truly do. And I just thank you that you all just sat and listened and understand. And I thank you all for the comments that you leave on YouTube, as well as sending the emails. Those are gracious, and I am very gracious for those emails. And I just thank you for just going through this journey with me, through the landscapes of hopes. And we're just discovering this power to transform and heal and inspire. As we wrap up, I encourage you to embrace hope as a vital companion on your path of self-love and personal growth. And let it be the melody that plays softly in the background of your daily life, a reminder of endless possibilities that await. So again, thank you for joining me in this celebration of hope, and carry its essence with you and let it shine through your actions and words. Please don't be afraid to share your stories of hope with us and together, and it builds a tapestry of inspiration. But until we meet again, may your days be filled with the kind of hope that not only dreams of dawns, but also that it awakens. And so tomorrow is Thanksgiving, and I was debating if I'm going to go live or not tomorrow or not. And but if I don't, I want to say happy Thanksgiving to you all. And if I am able to do a show tomorrow morning, let's say thank you. Thank you. All right, so I'm sending you off with love, light, and prayers. Have a good one. Thank you for listening to the Season of Self-Love podcast. If you have any questions or would like to connect with us, you can follow us on social media. Just search for the Season of Self-Love on Instagram. And if you have any questions or topics you'd like us to cover, feel free to email us at elevateme9999@gmail.com. And remember, you are worthy of love, growth, and happiness. So keep shining bright, and I'll see you tomorrow for another episode of the Season of Self-Love. Be good to one another and yourselves, and always keep it sexy. Send the light, love, and prayers.